Okay, it's a beautiful morning and we're just starting out the day in Copenhagen. And after yesterday's experience of getting a really expensive poke bowl because of the very limited options due to being a little bit late for dinner, this morning we're going to find something budget to eat because the hotel doesn't have a breakfast that is free. So a lot of the food and restaurants here are very expensive as compared to Sweden or even Finland. So I think we might have found a budget way to get breakfast. So we're gonna take you guys for breakfast right now. Okay, so it's a little bit too early for breakfast, so we decided that we're gonna walk to the central area, which is about 2.7 or 3 kilometers away from here. That will take us something like maybe 20 to 30 minutes via a slow walk. And so I think that's what we're gonna do. We are going to have a little bit of a walk before we find some breakfast. We were initially intending to go to the supermarket where they sell actually those pre-packed foods like macaronis and salads and stuff, like pastas and all that, but they only open at 8 AM. So, but of course, you know, being here for just the next 24 hours, again, we want to maximize our time. So yes, we're just walking down towards the central area, and along the way I will show you the scenes of the streets of beautiful Copenhagen. So while walking towards the station central, or rather the central station, that's our hotel over at the back, which is the Amager area. Wow, we just passed this little water area, and just check out the scenery right here. There are like ducks and other wildlife just going around here. So yep, you can see the Radisson Blu right there. It's just opposite the Radisson Blu. So I have no idea what this park is called, but just check out the magnificent views of the Danish morning. And this little bridge here that we're gonna pass, and sunrise beautifully right there. And there's some like nice architecture here which I'm gonna explore before we head out for breakfast. But yes, it's a beautiful Sunday morning. Really great place to have a morning walk. And one of the things that I've been doing in Singapore is I've been going for a lot of walks in Singapore just to prepare myself for travels like this, where I prefer to actually walk instead of take like Uber or like, you know, like a taxi, where you don't really get to see much. And when you walk, you really get to see everything down to the little nitty-gritty details. Like for example, this bridge right here. A lot of people have placed locks down here. I think they're trying to replicate those, you know, lock bridges. Okay, even on this side as well. Okay, I don't know, maybe it's to symbolize their love or their relationships to be locked together. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, right? But yep, that's what people do. If it makes people feel better, they'll do it. So yeah, let's check out the scenery. It's crazy awesome. So after climbing up those stairs, there's this really nice little trail down here. Kind of reminds me of my hikes at MacRitchie, where sometimes the foliage does grow to like our height or even higher. But right now, it's a totally different experience because the weather here is cold. There's no humidity at all. Let's check out the environment here, and you can even listen to the sounds of the nature. You know, the birds are chirping. Can you hear that? So fantastic. I hope the mic can pick up the birds chirping and all that. Okay, so we're walking through some blocks right now, and I guess these are just also typical apartments, but let's check out this one. Some of the architecture here is really nice, right? Little cozy looking apartments with beautiful balconies.
They never use the fridge.
Yeah, they don't have to use the fridge, right?
Yeah.
They just leave their drinks at the balcony and it will remain cold. So yeah, this particular unit put a bunch of beer. You can even put your milk out in the open and it won't spoil. Oh wow, so nice. Little shrubs growing out of nowhere here as well. And as you walk along, you can see, even though the architecture is really uniform and neat, but you do see some changes in the color and the style, but they all still gel together and they look really pretty. They have like little berries growing here as well, so let me just show you guys. So it's just at the doorstep of an apartment, but I think these little berries here, I think we probably won't feed on them, but probably it's like food for the birds around here, I guess. As we were walking to Central Station for a budget meal, we actually found so many buildings that have very nice architecture designs, such as the one behind me, and like we had to do a detour to take a look at them because they're just so awesome. So right now we are probably like to look at these magnificent buildings around, and there's also one opposite the road. This is about 300 to 400 years old. It is constructed in 1747, this nice little yellow building here, and wow, it's just magnificent. So right now I'm just gonna shoot some B-rolls of this beautiful cathedral looking thing and find out what it actually is, and show you guys and bring you guys here to come and experience and immerse yourself in this beautiful place. Okay, so it's a really nice church and can actually see some of the architecture. One side of the church is being restored or like maintained, but this is the door of the church. Wow, it looks absolutely grand and magnificent. So let's take a look. So they have actually a tower tour of this nice little church here. So we might have to come back later because I definitely want to go up there. That would be awesome. So we're gonna come back later. Okay, so we are right now in the little pastry or bakery that we've just walked past, and just look at the breakfast down here. Mozzarella cheese, bacon, chicken sandwiches, hot dog rolls, tons of sweets and desserts. And this one here really takes the cake. This is like the most gorgeous looking strawberry pastry I've ever seen. And this one here is in support of Ukraine. And they have all kinds of breads, donuts. And I guess these are like Danish pastries, right? Yeah. Danish pastries? Yeah. Whoa, we're getting like the first hand look at all of these pastries right here. Let's take a look at this. It looks simply amazing, but there's only so much you can eat in a day, and they have all kinds of beautiful breads as well right here. So there's really wide selection of like pastries and breads. Looks awesome. But right now we have just ordered some sandwiches and 2 hot dog rolls, so just gonna do a morning taste test with you guys right now. So we got this really nice sandwich right here with the chicken fillings, a little bit of lettuce, I don't know, some kind of mayonnaise sauce. This is actually just half the sandwich because we're sharing it right now. Definitely you won't be able to eat more than just this sandwich if you just ate it alone. So here goes. Sounds like a cold cut sandwich. So I think they blended in paprika with some little curry spice, and they mixed it with sort of like a mayonnaise or butter. And that would be the yellow base that you see right here. There's also bacon bits in there, so that gives it a bit of that nice smoky flavor. The chicken's obviously just chicken, and combined with the lettuce and the very nice bread. So I guess another thing is the bread. Look at the texture of the bread. It's very chewy, just the way I like it. And within the bread itself, I think there are like paprika flakes or like tomato flakes inside as well. So I'll rate this at least a 7 out of 10. But I'm more interested in the hot dog rolls that we ordered, so we'll come to that in a bit. Okay, next is the taste test for the hot dog roll. It's a beautiful hot dog roll here, like laced with sesame seeds. And on the inside, I don't know if they have any sauces or not, but we're about to find out. Okay, so the wiener that's inside is not very big, so it's pretty small. They've actually put some tomato puree on the inside to kind of complement the little wiener inside. And the sesame seeds definitely gives it added aroma. Bread's really nice, fluffy. Obviously, it's freshly baked. So if you ever come to Denmark, this would be a pretty budget meal, which is actually very, very tasty. So all in all, 2 hot dog rolls like this, and that one sandwich that we cut into half and shared, it costs about 10 euros, so about 14-15 Sing dollars. So it's pretty expensive if you compare it with like breakfast in Singapore, but I think this is as affordable as you're gonna get, unless you go to the supermarket to buy those pre-packed or ready-made meals. But all in all, it's a good breakfast. Okay, just done with that beautiful breakfast. Really quick, only took us about 10 minutes to devour all the nice breads and pastries. I was gonna order dessert, but I think I'm gonna put myself on hold for now because I want to reserve some space for lunch as well. Since we have gotten breakfast, we're just gonna explore this little area of town. This area of town is called, so it's actually Nyhavn.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the... Okay, so apparently this particular neighborhood was used to film a famous Danish movie called Danish Girl. Okay, so we're just gonna check out this town that has ever been used as a movie set before. It looks lovely, so I'll take you guys around. Okay, just barely like 10 minutes out of the bakery, I came across this lovely waterway here as well. It's a small little waterway that has like nice little boats, canoes and stuff. And I guess this is really like the beautiful lifestyle of Denmark. But the cost of living here is really high, but with the high cost of living also comes a lot of enjoyment like this, right? It's just a little canal that cuts across this road here that was like where the bakery was. And I'm standing on this little bench thing, as you can see, trying not to fall off the bench, but it gives me a really, really nice perspective to film the city. I'm just gonna go down and wow, just check out the canal right here. Closer view of the canal. It's totally awesome. Again, this is really like a lifestyle that I think I can actually get used to. Alright, so we're gonna go head this way and explore the little town a little bit more and bring you guys along the way as usual. This is definitely like a more historic part of town, and as you can see, I'm actually being triangulated by like 3 very historical buildings, but honestly I have no clue what it is. But the city is not that big, so if you ever come to Copenhagen and you walk around, you'll probably come across the same building. So this is one that's behind me. Okay, this is another one just by the side. It looks very awesome as well, as you can see. So this is the third one that's just here, so literally triangulated by these 3 very majestic looking historical buildings. All in all, again, Sunday is a perfect day to get around because besides the occasional jogger or cyclist, the roads are virtually empty and you can probably take like the best pictures at this time because there's no one around at all. So look at this. Beautiful, 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 awesome architecture all around. Again, the weather is just fantastic. I can't get past the weather because it's just so cool. We've been walking for probably 2-3 kilometers, but we don't even feel sweaty or anything like that. So I'm just gonna cross the road here to the third majestic building that I was showing you guys just now. Just this one here. Okay, so let's take a look at it and go up close and personal with this building right here. is it behind me. It's a very nice looking courtyard right here. So I'll show you. It's an open area. There's really, again, no one, and again, very quiet. You can just wander around on a nice Sunday morning. You know, it's not too cold, and yeah, just check out all these lovely buildings. And I love buildings for some reason, so this trip is has been really good to me. Okay, we have some little murals down here. Again, it looks kind of like very influenced by like Greek culture, or at least that's what I think, and then some European influence as well. So it's kind of like a mix of both cultures. So I didn't really study much like European history, so I really can't comment. And this one here is either some religious figure or some nobility or royalty, and a bunch of like servants serving these or pushing around these sculptures or statues. As we walk out this area here, more old buildings. Oh my god. And I saw a little cathedral here, so wow, let's take a look at this. Just gonna walk up to it, and that was what I was seeing from across the road, and therefore I decided to walk this direction, and I am not disappointed. Just take a look at this. It is about maybe 10 stories tall, and again, there are no skyscrapers or tall apartment blocks in this part of the world, but there are churches and cathedrals. They are absolutely magnificent, majestic, and they are the tallest structures that I've seen so far. We are here at the church area, and as you can see, it's really beautiful and majestic. So I'm just gonna walk one round around the church to see. So this one has been already converted to a restaurant, similar to in Singapore we have Chimes, right? So it was an old church, and then they converted it into like a lifestyle place. So now they have all these outdoor alfresco areas for dining, but on Sunday, I think a lot of the F&B outlets here do not actually open, or actually they perhaps open at a later time. So if you are here and you're taking a walk in the morning, it's perfect. But if you're looking for food, you might want to come out a little bit later. It's there, and it's really lovely. It's a really good way to see the city by just walking around. Okay, just had to turn on the camera for this magnificent view of, you guessed it, another historical building. So, really beautiful building behind me right now. Again, I have no idea where I am, but we've just been walking for the last 2 hours, and it's nothing but nice buildings after nice buildings. So right now we're gonna hunt for a cafe or a bistro, and I am really feeling like having a hot chocolate right now. So I don't normally consume hot drinks when I'm back home in Singapore, but because the weather is so cold here, I think I would not be having any sodas in Denmark, or in fact in anywhere in Europe. So we're just gonna hunt for like a nice hot chocolate to kind of wash down the earlier breakfast that we had earlier. So just check out this view right now. This is nice building number 1, nice building number 2, nice building number 3 with a big Rolex, nice building number 4, nice building number 5, nice building number 6, and probably like a French embassy over here. All in all, 10 nice buildings just after we walk out this stretch of alleyway right here. So yes, Stockholm and Copenhagen, basically they are made up of a bunch of nice buildings. Okay, so after just about 2 hours of walking, we managed to find this lovely cafe right here, just by the little, I wouldn't say it's a marina lah, but it looks like a marina. It's actually just the canals over there that has some yachts and some canoes. This is a really nice cafe. In fact, the breakfast prices here are a lot cheaper than the ones around my hotel. So if you are staying at my hotel area, which is Amager, it's like don't eat there. Every restaurant that we checked out or cafe that we checked out there was very expensive, except the Asian ones. And what I really like about this cafe is that they actually have a little fireplace right here, and wow, it's so romantic, but it's 2 guys sadly, so it really keeps us nice and toasty. And the wood is fake, but the fire is real, so I think I just like the experience of sitting beside this fireplace right here. There were some South American tourists. They decided to actually chicken out and go inside to sit. But I think the fact that we are right beside the beautiful waterway is a great chance to also soak in the environment. So, very nice place. Wave for the vlog, bro. Wave.
Bye bye.
Okay, now we're done with the hot chocolate and sitting at the cafe for the last maybe an hour or so. We're just gonna go explore this end of the city and we're gonna take you guys along as well as usual. And this is the view of the bridge that we're walking past. It's really pretty. And there are a lot of waterways along Denmark, whether it's these big river looking things or like those little ponds that we actually pass by in the morning. And yes, you can see tons of people actually out and about doing their Sunday exercise. So this is a typical Sunday in Denmark. So actually you can see the construction that's actually taking place just across the river. These are new constructions, but if you look at the design, right, they're really made to suit like the historical buildings that are already existing. So I guess the town planners and the architects really take the concept of, you know, incorporating old and new together. So it's not like a real, you know, shock when you see like a totally new building that's actually just opposite the old ones. So I think they really put a lot of thought into their design planning in Denmark, and that's really good because it really keeps the uniformity of the city. Okay, so I don't mean to bore you guys with all the buildings in Denmark, because this whole vlog is gonna seem very boring because it's all just buildings, but you know, I just can't not show you guys houses that look like this. I mean, just check this out. It's so beautiful with like the open lawn in the front right here, and then they have some benches and flowers and all this, and then, you know, you can park your bicycle here like so. It's so lifestyle, you know. It's like such a wonderful lifestyle kind of living. Really pretty houses, and the fact that they have no fences, it's just all open, it seems like such a beautiful neighborhood. Just look at this. Imagine living in a neighborhood like this, and it's not too far away from town. It's only about 15 minutes walk to this area. And we just stumbled upon it just walking from town to here. The air here is so fresh, and the people here really take care of their environment. Even the shampoo that we bought yesterday was biodegradable, so it doesn't lather up as much, but because it protects the environment, I guess the trade-off is really worth it, right? And yeah, things here are not too polluted. You know, the air is really fresh, and wow, I could really get used to this. Okay, so after a lot of walking in the day, I think in every country we should actually also go check out their public transport. Okay, so we were supposed to go exploring and looking for something interesting to do, but we ended up in another bakery and we got this, which is a strawberry tart, and we got another one which is like some sort of a Danish pastry that is like filled with chocolate and almond flakes. Oh man, what have we gotten ourselves into? We were supposed to be eating on a budget. We ended up eating on a budget, but like a lot of times. Okay, taste test. I have no idea what this is, but it's filled with a lot of cream and like chocolate and almond flakes on the top. So the inside is actually filled with cinnamon custard, and on top it goes very well with the chocolate and the almond flakes. Out of 10, I would give this a good, I'll say 10 out of 10 for this one. I saw this at the other bakery just now, but we just had breakfast and it was like just over the top too much. So now that we have walked about another 1 to 2 kilometers, we have burnt off all the calories and we're good to go for more calories. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to try is the strawberry tart. So I would say the strawberry tart is made of like fresh strawberries, fresh cream, which is super fattening, and like a base layer of pastry. So I'm just going to bite off the top first. The cream is so fresh and fluffy. And they even glazed it with a bit of chocolate on the pastry as well. This is also to die for, but I actually prefer the other pastry that has the cinnamon and the vanilla cream inside. They basically glaze the entire pastry with like chocolate. Between the two, I'll take the cinnamon, I don't know, flat pastry, whatever it's called. Okay, so we're done with the pastries and just want to give you guys a view of the bakery. So you can see the entrance is over here, and the line of like different pastries and sandwiches actually stretches all the way to the end, and you can see tons of people coming in and out buying pastries here. And we're actually sitting at the bar counter like so, and you literally can just watch the world go by. So you can watch like people cycling past, taking their morning strolls, or in fact it's afternoon right now, and you can even see little boats going down this little canal that's in front of us as well. So yep, this is pretty much like the Danish cafe culture or the bakery culture. What a enjoyable Sunday afternoon. So we have actually did some googling and research and found that there's a castle nearby, so we're gonna take you guys there right now. So see you guys there.